let's make Wario moves in 2026, starting by watching Let's Make Big Moves 2026. That was a peer tier that was on the weekend, held in New York. And while Gluttony wasn't there for the tourney, he'll be at Genesis, there was Loaf, who, if you don't know, he's probably considered the second best Wario. And I've watched a bit of Loaf before in the past, but it was good to sort of diversify it up a bit. I'm gullible of like watching exclusively Gluttony. I think it's a smart move to like sort of watch all kinds of different representatives of your character, not just the top representatives either. I've watched like local Warriors, DDD or Bradley. He's Australia's best Wario. I watched him in person. Actually, there's a meme video of me at Phantom 2025 where I'm like watching DDD in the crowd, and I'm like, intriguing, yes, interesting. Hella attentive, just like paying attention, comparing what I would do in certain situations to what he was doing. And yeah, I think that is a smart move, to be honest. Like putting yourself in their shoes. What would you do in certain situations? How would you react? Why are they doing things different to you? And yeah, by paying attention to Loaf, I actually learned a couple of things. So let's just go through that now. So the first thing I learned was Loaf. I mean, Gluttony does it too, but I was watching in particular with Loaf. Is his shield? What would be the word? Shield. I can't think of the word. He doesn't hold shield often. Like he knows when to use shield, when to dash shield in. If you don't know about dash shielding, you dash, then you hold shield, and your character will sort of come to a stop at the end of the dash animation and shield. So you dash shield in to start something, and you jump out, dash out, flicker the shield. I'm sort of gullible of like, yeah, sure, I'll do my dash shields, sure, I'll shield at the right times, but I can hold it, I can sort of wait for the opponent to hit me. And the problem with that is, I think that keeps me in one place. In Smash Bros, you don't want to be standing in one place. It makes the image of yourself more easy to predict. You want to sort of be hard to predict, so you want to like move lots, jump, mix up your horizontal, mix up your up and downs. Are you going to overshoot, undershoot? That sort of unpredictability. If you're just holding shield, the opponent can react, tomahawk, chomp. In Wario's case, he has that good option as well. And it's definitely something I use to punish other people in the scene. Shield is very reactable. If you're always just shielding their falling areas, they can react in turn. So it's good to just sort of flicker it, and then dash. Because if you can, like, shield's kind of a sticky thing in this game. If you're shielding, the only real thing you can do out of shield is jump, spot dodge, roll, up smash, up B, but you can't really dash, or you can't walk, or you can't do grounded movement out of a shield unless you let go. So it's a good habit to know when to let go, know when to not cling onto the shield, or if you have a habit of like flinching, or in these tense situations, say for example you've gone in, there's been some neutral situation, you panic, you just hold shield. That's your habit. Your habit is, oh, I'm gonna get hit, I need to shield. The opponent can always like react to that, notice that you've got that habit. So it helps not to hold shield. Other than that, what else I've noticed from Loaf is just how good he is at like dashing on the ground, his grounded movement. I love to jump with Wario. I mean, it's a good thing. Wario's got great air acceleration, but something Loaf's really good at is doing like dash cancels, which is you interrupt your dash within 3 frames of doing it, and you sort of like on the spot. So he'd use that to mix up his options, mix up like not just dashing or double dashing. He'd like to do it in place, then walk, or like it's good to sort of weave in that option. So I've been practicing my dash cancels I was doing that today actually, and I found it easy to do like right left, but doing left right was just harder for me. So I spent some more time focusing on that one. So I was getting it about 80% of the time, 80-90% of the time. So I might try to weave that into bracket, just using dash cancels. And I think it's a good thing too, because you can sort of see if your opponent is like flinching or like overreacting to what you do, and you don't have to really commit to much by doing a dash cancel. You sort of dash cancel on the spot, you don't move anywhere. It gives your character an animation, so if they're flinching, if they're overreacting, they'll probably just react to that. And yeah, what was the last thing? Oh yeah, Loaf is really liberal at using the waft. I think I've been gullible of holding onto the full waft for the last stock. And I mean, I do look for opportunities in the second stock to use the wafts, whether it be half or full. But I think my problem is I'm always waiting for the kill option. And you know, Loaf's not scared to just rip the waft, the half waft, sorry, and just get damage. That doesn't hurt. Even if it doesn't kill, 20 to 30% still good. Not the greatest usage of the waft, but still good nonetheless. Just not cling on to it as much, because there's been a game or games where I struggled to sort of kill in the second stock, held on to waft the whole time, even if they were at 80%, I could have just wafted. And the game goes on so long on the last stock that I probably could have got another full waft or a half waft. So yeah, I really want to implement it into my gameplay now. Just use the damn thing, you know, like it doesn't hurt, and you know, even if I miss, I miss. At least I'll get more opportunities to use it than if I hold it and it sort of places more expectation on me to land. I could really land this waft because I've held this waft for 4 minutes onto the last stock. Just use it. So I want to be more liberal, following those footsteps there. So yeah, those are sort of main takeaways I got for my Wario from Let's Make Big Moves. So I'm keen to watch Genesis as well. That'll be another big tournament, another big P tier. And yeah, well, let's just see how the bracket goes. In other news though, I will say did submit my paper today, so hell yeah. That's took me 3 years and 1 month to do that physics paper. It's my second paper, and that just goes to show, you know, persistence it does pay off in the end. So if you're feeling stuck in bracket, like stuck being 2-2, you know, just keep going, keep being patient with yourself. I think the quote is like water carves through canyons not with power but persistence. So just slow and steady, keep chipping away. You're going to improve at your character, see where you go from there. All right, let's see how bracket goes, guys. Catch you after. everyone, pretty tough bracket, pretty emotional bracket as well, and yeah, it kind of sucks. What can I say? There wasn't as many people there today. It was actually a 14-player bracket, so yeah, going into it, I was like, oh, there's not as many people. Might verse some better players, but we'll just see how we go. And yeah, it just kind of sucks. I got reminded today, like, my Wario's a bit plateauing. I don't really know where to get better. I mean, I was watching Loaf. I've been studying the game. Been practicing not as much as I would like. I've got lots of other commitments in my life, like publishing that PhD paper I talked about in the car talk from the venue to the venue, which was like three years and a month to do. Anyway, I don't know. We'll just see where we go. Let's just discuss the game. So let's get into the bracket breakdown. So my first game was against Jafar. Pretty tough draw off the rip, to be honest. Jafar's, I'd say in the higher mid-tier players or low upper players of the scene, and he plays Luigi, so pretty tough against Wario. Really struggled in that matchup. Must be -2, -3. It's pretty bad, and my record is like 1-20 versus that guy, and my one win was against Palu, so never actually beaten the Luigi, but that doesn't stop me from trying. I don't give up just when I hear that. So I want to give my all. Who knows what happens? And yeah, it turns out game one, I did a good job of maneuvering around his hitboxes and stuff, picking good openings to go in, letting him like swing, and then get my hits in. Sort of just doing a good job of not just like landing on top of him or going straight into his grabs and the RBs and stuff like that. So I think I did a good job with that. Just being a bit more patient, taking my time, and got a nice edge guard as well. Managed to hit him with a fair after a side B. A couple tourneys ago, I failed edge guarding the side Bs, so it's good to see. That was getting better, and ended up getting a roll read as well with the waft. So he rolled the first time, then he looked neutral, got up every time since, and I was like, you know what, maybe he's gonna roll again. So I sort of went like dashed back to the roll spot, and saw the roll, boom, did the waft, got the waft, woohoo! So I was feeling good. Already up a game, a pretty hard matchup. I didn't want to let that overconfidence get to me though. I've lost many a set against top players where I go up 1-0 there, and then you act confident, and then they adapt, and then you kind of get smoked. So I knew to keep my cool, just see how it went, but got 3 stocked game 2. So I got 2 up B. There was the grab 0 to death on stock 2, and then you got an up B stock 3. So yeah, that was kind of nasty. Not how I wanted the game 2 to go. Go into game 3, just decided to play a bit more patient again, see how it went, and I mean, it was going well. We got to last stock. I did my waft, but it hit me just before the super armor came out. So it must have hit me in the first 3 frames, because I saw the full waft animation, but he must have hit me out of it. And yeah, we just kept going. Last stock, he was like 60, I was like 110, and then he got a cyclone to finish that. So kudos to him. He beat me 1-2, keeps his winning record. And yeah, then after that, I versed Tezzy. Tezzy seated a bit lower than me, kind of a newish player. They've been, maybe for like 6 months they've been playing. And they're playing Joker right now, which I think is a good matchup for Wario. It must be like +1 or +0.5. Wario just does a good job with his shield game. Can I really pressure Joker to go in for the grabs. I can't think right now. My outer shield is really good against Joker as well, like just trying to do fair one stuff. Got good outer shield against that, and yeah. So I managed to win that pretty handily. I think it was a 2-0. Yeah, I think 2 stocks each game as well. Got like a nice waft on the Arsene recovery, and then got like a neutral get up tilt waft combo, so that was cool. Then after that, I versed Millis. So last week against Millis, I actually got 6 stocked. So yeah, going into today, I didn't want to get 6 stocked. Needless to say, if I could, I'd prefer to do better than that. So I just had to think what was going wrong last week. So like I was struggling with the Gordo, so I did a better job just using my fair and near hitboxes to swat it away. And when it comes to the Gordo ledge traps, I liked how I changed it up a bit and started using bike to just recover high. Like I just don't want to be on the ledge against DDD, no matter what. If I can avoid it, I will. That's how I was thinking about it. And I wanted to force DDD to approach me more. So I think before I was using pressure well, but I was just, instead of like just mashing areas because out of shield's not as good, did a better job of just like using my movement to sort of make him do a commitment, make him come towards me. And again, same as the Jafar set, did well game 1. Got a waft just before he did his up B recovery, and then like, it was untakeable on the PS2 plat. And yeah, I was feeling good. I actually thought my game plan going into it was really, really good. I had a good feeling of what to do, and I was like, shit, maybe I could win. We'll just see. Same thing happened. Game 2 was Jafar. I got 3 stocked. So I would normally say I struggle, like mentally and stuff. And I didn't think I did then either. So I think he just adapted really hard. He was changing up well, realized what I was sort of going for in my game plan, and yeah, he just smoked me. And I had the same problem as last week where the reason I got 3 stocked is because I couldn't kill him. I was just really struggling to kill, and my F tilt was stale, didn't work. My back air was stale, didn't work. So I don't know. Maybe I should have just tried other kill moves, saved my kill moves for. I think I was saving my kill moves, but yeah, I was just struggling. Then going to game 3, a bit closer. I sort of realized how he was changing up his neutral. He was doing like falling areas into like tilts. He was doing a really good job like mixing up the speed of the Gordo as well. Before it was kind of like slower, so I was more used to it. He did the faster ones too to sort of throw me off. And what was I saying? Yeah, going to game 3, we were actually neck and neck. But then stock 2, so I went off to do an edge guard. I was up second stock. Went off to do an edge guard. He did the inhale, threw me out, and I think I panicked and just did an up B, not really thinking. Thought it'd be fine. Just where I got out, I was like, oh, it'll be fine, just up B, grab the ledge. But I was just under the ledge of PS2, and I pancaked, which is like where you get stuck underneath, and lost my second stock. I was like, oh no, this is going to be an uphill battle now. So I still tried, didn't give up. I managed to find a waft stock 2, but I just ended up losing in the end. So yeah, kind of rough. Lost overall 1-2, and some of those closer sets, really wish I could have closed out in the end, but just, yeah, didn't clutch up in those tight situations. Game 2s I was sort of giving away, so is what it is. Yeah, hopefully I can just sort of do better in the future, sort of learn some more, maybe get some intuition on my gameplay, on what I need to improve on, or just practice some more movements. I like the dash cancelling I was doing today as well. Just my movement overall wasn't too bad. Even though I was struggling to find my openings, and I was getting smoked in a couple of matchups, whatever. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hopefully we'll do better next week. If we don't, whatever. See ya.